All right, you are looking at the Fab Fours 521 wheel. Love this. Simple, timeless. We want to keep this wheel popular for years to come. So you don't want something in your face. It's not about the overall wheel. It's about the rings that are going to supplement these. So this one, the bolt's already removed. We're about to take you on a journey through our first 12 wheel rings. And a little sneak peek, as you see behind me, our own tire. This guy's coming out soon. Absolute dream come true for me to design our own tread. So we've got a 40-15 524 ready to go on open fender, no lift 40 trucks with your wheel of choice and this ring journey. This ring is the basic, doing just what it says. Very simple. So as part of the Logo Delete series, just has a scalloped perimeter. So it's blending the 8-spoke normal FF 521 wheel with a little bit of a rounded edge. So if that's kind of the theme you want, and you want to take some of those hard edges off, basic is for you. We got the Collide wheel ring, the winner of the big playoff series. And what you got with this one is just kind of that shape of the star on the inside, keeping the logos in play, accentuating them a bit. You know, it is a little bit of a busier ring, but sometimes that's gonna be perfect depending on what graphics you're running down on the side of the truck and how much of that color splash you want in and out of the ring. This wheel ring is the Revolt. And the genesis for this is probably most likely to a street lock, bead lock interpretation. Always like having those holes around the outside. In this case, we have kind of the Cheshire Moon with a half integrated inner circle. So you're getting that color splash, but by and large, it's just a big, simple ring with an overall logo delete, replacing a single cut logo coming through in color. Keeps it clean and simple, but gives it a good face. This is our gravity ring. So this is more of a full-faced ring, which I love it because for one, it's gonna get all sorts of people saying, well, how do you change your tire? You don't. When's the last time you changed a tire in an HD? But if you had to, you're 8 tiny bolts away from getting in there. What a full face does is really change the overall attitude of the truck. You can't tell always unless you're in person, but the difference from an ISO view when you've got the concave nature of all wheels versus a full flush, it gives you the impression you've got an extra 1.5 inches of stance to it. It's really cool and looks awesome going down the road. Yep. And this is the gear, one of my personal favorites. It's pretty cool, just giving it that shape. Again, you've got kind of thicker and thinner rings, offsetting the color. It's simple that it wouldn't catch your eye if you kept both of these colored rings close to each other with maybe it's a gloss and a flat, or you can go as wild as you want. You're still gonna see all the cut logos around the perimeter. These are gonna go on our Super Duty tow rig, probably in a black on black for an all murdered out truck. Really cool. This ring is chaos, rightfully so. There's a lot going on here. And you know, you might think that's too busy, but at the same time, depends on the overall build of the truck. I actually really like the way this one came out. And the fact you're gonna get the varying thicknesses of the inner ring. And by the time you play this together, again, you can go from a subtle, close to colors, or you can go full extreme on that. This is definitely gonna get your attention, and being a closer to full face, it's still gonna give you that impression of the extra stance on the truck. That will stop a crowd right there. This is the Ridge wheel ring. So again, it's part of the Logo Delete series. It's eclipsing all the logos in the perimeter of the wheel. Very simple, but it's still edgy to go with kind of the inner style of the FF 521 wheel. Kind of gets you that mountain peak, goes with our theme of the cut logo with the opposing Fs over the mountains. Ridge is simple, but very cool. And you've got a very thin border in here for a subtle color offset. This ring is the Sling. And in my opinion, this is probably the winner for this particular JK. It's really cool how it pulls off the colors, and this was one of the rings that's supposed to give you the impression of moving while sitting still. Love how it played out. You still have access to change the lugs, but it's closer to a full face. So again, you get that real cool stance as this sucker is rolling by you in an ISO view. And here, this is the OG. So this is one of the first rings that we developed. Actually had enough time to even tweak it. Love it. You get the full face again. So while it is eclipsing the lug nuts, whatever, it's easy enough to change. You got to pull 8 bolts if that should happen to you. This one is giving you that full fascia again. So when these things are rolling through the parking lot, that is where they most shine. And blazing on the highway, you get some of that reverse spinning action to them. It's really cool. So there you go, the OG. Right here you got the Jester, and it's actually hard to call this a wheel ring because it's very not ring-like. It's the only one that's open like this. And this guy, you're seeing all the way through, this is how they actually come packaged. Black on black, flat, to just leave it. I really see this for just a crazy theme Jeep. Whether you're building the Barbie Jeep and you got pink and white or whatever it's gonna be, this is a great way to just splash color in here and have people scratching their heads. What is on that wheel? Pretty cool, the Jester. This ring is the Saw Blade. Now this is one of the originals. We actually had this on our debut prototypes a SEMA ago. And this one upfitted with some OMF rock domes, something sold separately that you can get. Pretty cool though for giving it an overall style. Simple, claws. It is logo delete on the wheel logos. So instead of the 8 machine, you're just gonna see these 4 pass through. And those can be as subtle or as bold as you want by offsetting the color underneath. And she is Saw Blade. This guy is hexed. That might be hexagonal too. Either way, love this one for its simplicity. It's part of the logo delete, so you're getting rid of the 8 machine logos on the wheel. Really just gonna see our logo in the center cap. Still have access to the lugs, and it really gives you back to that stance and the width of the wheel. Love all these from a little bit of an ISO view as you're watching it roll away. That is the Whirlwind for the wheel rings. We have all the styles you could want right now and a lot more coming in the future. So everything from a logo delete, if you want to keep it simple, to a full face, that's just saying what in the heck is going on there. These are the next evolution to take that wheel level and keep that thing fresh, add the colors, which are pulling the theme of the vehicle into it, and keep you original.